this week only, you can get NFL Sunday.
Hello, and this is I Bring It Every Day, and welcome to Food Fridays. Good to see you all. All right. We had a little bit of a situation, but I want to say hi to everybody who's in here. Thank you so much for coming in, and I just want to welcome you in and just say, hey. So let's see. I'm going to try to get to this cooking right away, so I don't want to think I'm ignoring you, but anyway, thank you all so much for coming. So I see we have Shatika, number one. You're number one. We have Arnie. We have Moses. We have Nana Michelle, who's lurking. Thank you so much. Let's see. Who are we missing? Oh, we have Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Good to see you. And, there goes the chat. Oh, we have Not Crazy by Crazy Lady. Love the name. Good to see you. We have Joy. Wooling around with Joy. And I think that's all I can see. So anyway, well, we just lost the camera. But anyway.
You got Arnie?
Yes, I got Arnie. Okay. Hey, Arnie. But anyway, welcome in. So today, this is what my focus for today is I want to try to think about the detox from yesterday. And I haven't put everything in the description that I would like to put in, but I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that you can do to sort of detox your body. And I use that word sort of in a generic way. Oh, hey, Laura. Laura's here. Good to see you. Laura's Block Ministries. So the whole idea is you want to try to, since a lot of people have eaten like crazy people yesterday, the idea is you want to try to eat better going forward. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And I'm going to do a little bit of juicing. And then also show you a little bit about some of the extras, leftovers, how to use some of the leftovers that you might have from Thanksgiving. So anyway, what I want to show you is we actually didn't have turkey. We did chicken. So we did a stuffed chicken. And so I'm going to make some soup out of the stuffed chicken. And so we're going to try that and see how that goes. All right. So anyway, let's see if we can get our camera back. This might be really terrible. It's dead. It died. So we may have to do some creative videoing, but we'll see we'll see how it goes. So anyway, three things that I want to talk about in terms of detoxing. And I don't know if you guys do this periodically, if you've eaten poorly, but I know I started doing this. I started doing a little bit of research years and years ago talking about juicing. And so one of the things that I learned just in general in terms of detoxing is lemon. Lemon is really, really good for, helping with digestion and getting those pipes moving in terms of, so you ever notice when you go to a restaurant, they always give you water, but they also give you a wedge of lemon. So lemon is very, very good for detoxing. The other thing that's really good are all of those leafy green vegetables that, a lot of us don't like to eat, but you really should, if you can, get those into your system. And specifically the cruciferous ones, they talk about broccoli. They talk about Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, which is not necessarily green, kale, collard greens, turnip greens, any of those. Those are great for detoxing. One of the things that I also discovered just along the way of eating more Hispanic foods is that they use a lot of cilantro. And cilantro is supposedly good for removing heavy metals from your body. Now just to kind of taking a step back, I'm not a physician or a medical professional, but if you do some research on specifically cilantro, you'll see that there's a lot of healthy benefits to cilantro in addition to a decent flavor. So I have a little bit of cilantro sort of washed up here, and also ginger, so I have a little piece of ginger. And then we also talk about, I had visited the farmer's market a couple of weeks ago. And one of the things we're going to do is we're going to juice this massive carrot that I found. This thing is, I don't know how big this thing is, but you see, compared to the size of my head, It's much bigger. And I had bought some bok choy. So we're going to be using some bok choy in this soup and also for the juicing. And the nice thing about cabbage specifically, oh, you had Brussels sprouts, but you can't find them. They're buried in the freezer. Yes, that happens. And parsley's good too. Yes, that's right. That is correct. So all these things, that you have sort of, you can sort of eat your medicine. And I say medicine kind of in air quotes, where, some of these, you get some benefits from eating these spices. Yeah. So that's it. So very good. All right. And I saw Maura. There she is. Hello. Slid in there. So I don't want you to think I forgot you. So anyway, thank you guys so much. I have anybody, I think I may have a couple of people missing. I ran out of space on my banner, but anybody who's done some support of the channel, about 95% of the people that have names are in there. So thank you so much. And this includes members and people who have dropped super chats and super stickers. And I don't think, Arnie, I don't think your name is in here, but well, I definitely appreciate all the support that you've done to the channel. So we have, oh yeah. So anyway, but there's more. And I have a couple of banners with all these people's in there. Oh, there's Katrina. I love your new name too. And Bonnie. Hello. Hello. So thank you so much for stopping in. So like I said, today we're going to do a little detox, going to do a little juicing just to sort of let things go. And then I'm just basically using my leftover chicken that we roasted in the roaster yesterday. And I didn't stuff it like I did with like a turkey, but I could have done that. And so anyway, I'll show you just a little piece of my what's left of the chicken. We ate the chicken, but we still have so much left because it was like 7.5 pounds. I weighed it. Yeah, it's a big one. So I'll show you what's left of it. And so here it is. I'm just going to cut a few pieces off of this. And then what I did was, look at it. There's still like most of it's here. we ate like we ate a leg, a wing, and a little bit of the thigh. And there's still so much left. But this is it. It's pretty much, this is the chicken that we did yesterday. So I'm going to slice a little bit off the breast and a little bit off the dark meat and then put it in with the soup. So let's see. Now I'm going to try. I don't know. This is going to be scary. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to see if I can redo this camera. I'm going to try. Because our camera died. So we'll see if we can get it back. I don't know. Let's see what happens. But if not, we'll just have to pretend. But anyway, how you doing, Bonnie? And anyway, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Did you do anything different than usual? Other than eating and watching football? That's what a lot of people do. But we really laid low and we did nothing. Oh, chicken pot pie. That's a good one. Now, see, have I made pot pie? I don't think so. Maybe once. And that was 500 years ago. Yeah, 500 years ago, I made pot pie. So anyway, so there it is. All right, let's see if I can get this going. We'll try to put this back in. And hopefully, although it's looking a little scary. But anyway, we're just going to continue with the soup. So I'm doing the soup in a crock pot. And this is one of those old crock pots that I thought something was wrong. This is one of those old crock pots that I picked up at the flea market. I like it because it cooks kind of at a medium pace. Because I had a brand new crock pot that I'd gotten from one of the big box stores, and it burned everything. Like it, even without me even turning it up, it just was flying. So I decided that I'm going to try to scale back a little bit and use my old, my old crock pot. I think this thing is from the 70s. It might be. I don't know. What do you think? Probably the 70s. Yeah. So I'll show it to you. So let's see if I can get in here and get this thing going again. But yeah. So anyway, so I don't know. So this is like going to be a pretty simple, cooking session. It's not really going to be heavy cooking, but there is going to be a little bit of cooking, and I'm just going to show you how I throw together the soup, and that's it. So, what I also did was I used the juice in the from the chicken. So it's basically a chicken stock that you came up with. So I used part of it to make gravy, and I made a little bit of gravy, but I ended up having about maybe a half a cup left as chicken stock. The other thing that you can do is you can buy chicken stock from any store and throw that in as the flavoring. Oh, so yeah, we're gonna be doing some soup. So we're just doing chicken soup, and this what I have is I'm using leftover from yesterday. So I'll show you if you can come here, Moses. I'm gonna have you. If I can have you do this, I'm hoping this thing will work. It is freezing. Yeah, it's totally freezing. So it's got the ceiling, so it's got to go this way. I'm not gonna put you in the thing yet.
This way, right?
Yeah, that way. Yep. So if you or the other way. Yep. That's good. And then I'll show you. But anyway, this is the chicken that I did. Hey, Drizzle. So this is just regular chicken. So I don't know if you can see this thing. It was 7.5 pounds.
Is it in the
Not yet. Yeah, not yet. I think see my other camera froze. So this is what's happening. So anyway, this is 7.5 pounds, and this is what we had yesterday. So basically we ate one leg, and that's it.
So apparently I'm in the backstage.
Yes, you are. But I'm not going to put you in. Just lay it down. Yep. And then we're good. So anyway, so that's what's happening. So it's crazy. It is so crazy. So this is heavy. I mean, this is like, look at this. I baked it like a turkey. Yeah. And all I did was I just cleaned it. I, put it in a roasting pan. I do have a roasting pan. And then put the lid on and just let it go. So I cooked it, they say like 15 minutes per pound. Plus or minus, something like that. And I also put if you guys have a meat thermometer, that's always the best thing to do. And that's a good way to know when the turkey or the big chicken is done, because you don't want it to be raw. So, and the way I seasoned it, I put a little bit of, and I don't know if you can see this. This is really bad because it's kind of washed out. But I put a lot of turmeric, just some seasoned salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic, and I kind of doused it in olive oil and sort of wiped it in the olive oil and then just threw it in there. And I didn't flip it because this thing is just so heavy. Like I couldn't do it. It's the big chicken. That's right. Yes. Yeah, this thing froze. It's so sad. So I may have to do something else.
So it's still not.
No, it's completely done. Butter, yes.
It's still there.
I could have used butter, but it's frozen. But that's all right. Brined, I should have brined it. But actually, was this good? I mean, was it salty enough for you? Like Moses thought it was okay. Like
it was good.
Yeah, like I could have gone like buck wild and brined it and done stuff like that. But anyway, the bottom line is so the reason why this chicken is swole is maybe restart it. Yeah, just completely, just shut it down and restart it. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, Bonnie. So anyway, but the reason why this chicken is so big is that I don't know what they give these chickens, but they're
Steroids.
They're like steroids. I shouldn't say steroids, but they're like, you can tell like these chickens are huge. And like cortisone injections. Nice.
Protein powder.
It needs more butter. It probably could use butter. But I used olive oil. And I have sort of a generic olive oil that I use. And that's it. But yeah, it needs more butter. That's hilarious. Oh, your convection toaster oven. Yeah, so we bought one also, Arnie, the convection toaster oven. And yes, the big chicken.
Gave it a GNC mix.
Yeah, so anyway, it was just really funny. I just but when we bought it, like I was like, people were buying turkeys, and the turkeys were like, do you see my arms? Like they were just like so big too. Google. Yeah. So anyway, it was just like bizarro. Yeah. Anyway, so what I'm going to make with it, basically what I'm putting in the soup is I'm using the chicken stock that I made yesterday when I roasted the chicken, and I have a little bit of seasoned salt, garlic, onion, and I'm going to put carrots in there. The only thing I don't have is celery, which is very, very sad. Ooh. Yeah, this is not going to work, but let's see.
Fun times.
Yeah, this is like, let's try that.
Good times.
Hopefully this will work. Let's see. Ooh, okay. I'll tell you what to type in there.
Where-
I know what to do. Yeah, open YouTube. Just hit it. Yep, right there, right there, right there. Just hit it.
Mhm.
Okay, give it a second. And say, yes, that's me. I don't know why, like this double, whatever you want to call it. Okay, that's it. You can close that. All right, let's see if it loads. Allow, yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is crazy. So anyway, so this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna work with this thing and hope that it goes. And go. All right. Hopefully, let's see. It's plugged in. I'm gonna try to one more time, and if this dies, we're just gonna let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. We're gonna do the frozen.
Let it go.
Oh, we brined it for a day. Okay. And okay. All right, Drew, you're amazing. Like I'll tell you, you are brave. I can't believe how you now when you brined it, what did you put it in? That's a question. Yeah, I would love to know that. All right, here we go. All right, now if you could just put that back, hopefully it'll work. It's trying to. If not, we're just gonna
wing it.
We're gonna wing it.
Okay.
Yes, that's better. I think
Okay.
that's it. All right, here we go. All right, so here we go. This is better. So we got 21 people. Thank you so much for coming in. All right.
Wow.
I think that's it. Okay, so let's see. So hopefully this will work. I'm going to make this big and solo. Okay, here it goes. All right, bam. All right, so you see the carrot here, massive. And you see that this is all bok choy. And I bought this bok choy like 2 weeks ago now. We're getting down to the core. But this thing weighed about 5 pounds too. It was crazy. And then I have a little bit of cilantro here on the end. And then the chicken. Let me see if I can do this real quick. I'm going to put my gloves on. And then I'm just going to cut pieces of the chicken and hope that this will go well. All right. So anyway, so there we go. Let's see. And if you see any, you want butter, Miss Queen. The carrot is huge. I know. I told you everything is crazy. And I didn't buy, but I'm so mad. I forgot to buy the parsley. Not parsley. Celery.
Mm-hmm.
The celery was huge too. It was about 3 feet, 2.5 feet high, and it had the biggest green foliage. That's the only way I can describe it around it. And I just went, oh my gosh. So this year the cabbage, the greens, and all this other stuff were so good. So anyway, I'm going to try to slide this over. Let's see if I can do this without a situation. Hopefully this will work. All right. And we're good. All right. So this is my old crock pot. And hopefully you can see it. But there it is. Inside is the chicken stock that I made. So I washed all this. And I have these little, I call these little fake carrots. I call them the fake carrots. The fake carrots that you get. The ones that are already chopped up. And as you can see them. Oh, yeah. Oh, plumbing fixtures. Nice, Drew. So anyway, so I'm just going to put in this bok choy. And I'm just going to tear it and just throw it in here. Pot pie is the best. Yeah. What are you laughing at?
Joy said they put them on treadmills and make them work out.
That's what I think.
They also take them to GNC for their protein mixes.
Did you see that kangaroo on YouTube Shorts where it beat up the guy? It was like,
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I don't know where these animals are coming from, but they just, anyway.
They are.
Everybody's just big and swole, as they say. They're swole.
All these exercise people need to find out their routine.
Yeah. So I was telling Jay Jordan he needs to find out this guy's workout routine. This kangaroo, because this guy was just huge. But anyway, all right. So I put a little bok choy in there.
Jay Jordan needs to up his game.
He needs to up his game. He had to keep up with this kangaroo. All right. I'm going to add a little bit of water. Actually, a lot of water.
That's not a little bit of water.
That's about 3 cups, 4 cups, maybe.
Like a vat of water.
A vat of water. I want to put a little bit of, oh my goodness, what's this called? Ginger. I'm going to chop a little ginger in there.
Put butt files in.
Oh, butt files. Hello. How was your Thanksgiving? I think they were they on last night? I can't remember. Last night was a blur. I don't remember anything. That was really something. And I'm gonna throw a little cilantro in here for taste. But I already have the chicken stock that I made, and the thing that I always try to make sure that I don't do is I don't want this stuff to be too salty. So you can monitor that. So if you have that high blood pressure, just be careful. How much salt you put in there. And what I would do is just taste it as you go along. Yep.
Nothing came in to stop by and like.
Oh, thank you. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of cilantro in here, and I'm going to just throw a few pieces of the chicken because the chicken's already cooked. So it's basically done, And all we're going to do, I'm just chopping up the cilantro here. So I just took a little handful. And like I said, cilantro is good for, allegedly removing heavy metals from your body. That's what they say. And it's also a pretty decent tasting herb. Okay. So anyway, yeah, it looks yummy. All right. So I'm just throwing it in there. So anyway, so this is one of our detoxes, and I'm just going to try to cut the chicken. Let me see if you can see this. This is going to be hard. I'll put the lid on. But this is my 1970s crock pot. So this is the one that has a little base on it. And then it's sort of shaped like an egg, I would say. Not really an egg. But usually when you make soup, what you want to do is you want to use the pieces that have bones. So after you just eat some cilantro, the fish fry. Well, you got to be careful with those oils. I mean, they say that oils are cooking oil is so bad for you. And I'm just ripping some of this off the bones here. I don't know if you can see that. There's my hand. Here we go. Just ripping out. This is a wing. I'm just going to throw this in here. And right now I had it turned on, so it's a little bit hot. And so the water it's not boiling, but it's going to in a few. So I'm just going to throw this wing in here. But usually dark meat is good for soup. Let's see. Let me try this other side. But yeah, this chicken is swole. That's what they say. All right. And then you put whatever seasonings you want to put in there. I don't know how meaty you want this to be, but I'm just throwing that all in there. Let's see. Anyway, but yeah, I'm just, let me see if I can, I got to get closer. There we go. Closer and closer. Here we go. And I'm going to put a little bit of breast meat here. I'm just going to slice that down. And this all has the turmeric on there and things like that. So this is looking pretty good. But I'm just going to break this down. You put as much meat in there as you want. And I'm just going to throw that in there so it stays warm and turn it up. But anyway, but that's basically your soup. And when I went overseas way back in the day, the people down there used to eat soup at every meal. Yeah. And I was in South America. So it was interesting that how much soup was being consumed in South America. Lots of breast. It's the best part. You sound like, did you see Swoop yesterday? Miss Queen. She was so bad. Is it a capon? I don't think so. I don't think so, Drew. It is not. This is just a regular old chicken. And like I said, I don't know why they're so big. Yeah, I have to ask. Maybe we'll ask next week if we go over there on Wednesday. Well, we're going to try to get over there and see what happens. But so this we got John Boy. Hey, good to see you. So anyway, so this is basically all we're doing. And so hopefully, and chicken soup, they say is good for if you have a cold. So I'm just throwing, I'm just taking this bone right off the bone and just throwing it in here. So this is one way you can use the extra meat. Now here we have so much breast meat that you could probably have 10 sandwiches, 10 big, massive sandwiches, which is what we're going to do. But I'm just going to keep just pulling a little bit of meat off and just leave it in there. And, oh yeah, this is looking good. Now, the only thing I don't have is celery, and I'm kicking myself because I said the celery is so beautiful. Oh, well, you forget. I said in all the excitement of the chicken fajitas. Oh, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. Oh, Lydia's here. Hey. Or no, that's her link. But anyway, hey, Joy. She spins. So tired. Been cleaning the yard. Oh, and putting the garden to bed all day. Wow. Yeah, you're a fancy. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, our garden was terrible. We're embarrassed, like how lame our garden was. Anyway, you see how's this looking? That's looking pretty good. I'm gonna put a little more meat in there. I'm gonna try to save the breast meat, but I'm just gonna put some of these. Now, if you want, you can put noodles in there. I'm not going to, but you could. You know, you could put some noodles in there. I would put them in at the very end. You could put rice. If you had any leftover rice, you could throw it in there. But I would wait till the very end. That would be me. So it doesn't overcook. You could put potatoes in there. And that's what the people in South America ate. They had soup, you know, all their soup had potatoes in it. And it's funny because they didn't really eat potatoes otherwise, but it seemed like the potatoes were always in the soup. Oh, yeah. I could put it. I'll put that in like probably right toward the end. Because see what happens with potatoes, they get real mushy if you overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you want to put them in like really, really close to the end. So anyway. All right. I think that's good. Anything else? Let me put the seasoning in. I think that's a pretty good. We got about 4 cups of soup, give or take. I'm going to put a little salt and pepper. I'm going to already put the cilantro in. I put the cabbage, and I'm just salting it. I mean, peppering it, actually. I'm going to put a little bit of seasoned salt. I'm going to try not to do too much, just for a taste. There we go. Boop. Okay. Maybe a little more garlic, if you like garlic. We love garlic, and as you see, my garlic thing's almost empty. There we go. Yep, almost empty. It's getting there. We did a pretty good job emptying that out. You know, you could put hot peppers in there. You know, you could put anything you want. You could put peppers in there. What else? I don't know. Whatever you have in your house, that's kind of the bottom line. All right, let me see how that looks. Looks pretty good. All right. So, and like I said, if you're catching a cold, this should help you. Yep. All right. And since this is already cooked, you know, once it heats itself through, you're pretty much done. Now, if you were to do this with, you know, raw chicken, you would have to cook it for a very, very long time. Oh, zucchini. Ooh. You don't eat noodles, so you eat veggetti. Oh, yeah. I've never had those. Okay, sage, oregano, parsley. Okay, let's do all these. Let's see. We got oregano, I know. Oh, there's rosemary. Ooh, I'm going to throw some of that in there. I love the taste of rosemary, so I'm going to put a little bit of that. Sage, I don't know if I have any in there. The sage we have is so old. Like, we use it once a year, and it's just like, we probably should throw it away. Let's see. Here's some paprika. I'll throw that in there. Paprika. And then a lot of people use that sazon. That's from the Hispanic food aisle. Oh, a bay leaf. Yeah, I'll throw one in there. You gotta, yeah, thank you. I'll throw a bay leaf in here. It smells good. Okay, we just lost the camera. But anyway, it smells good. All right.
Cumin?
Cumin would be good. Let me have that. Throw that in there. Cumin's good. There's a little bit of cumin. So we're just throwing all this in here. We're just going to let it go.
You did oregano, right?
Yeah, let me have oregano too. I forgot the oregano. A little bit of cumin.
Did you throw in bay leaves in there?
Yep.
I mean basil.
You can throw some basil. Why not? We're going to just go busy. We're going to get busy. But what you want to do is you just want to have a nice flavor. You know, you just want it to taste good. And then
Parsley flakes?
Yeah, put some parsley in there. Yeah, this is looking good. What's that?
Sriracha?
Sriracha? No. Sazon is nice. Yeah, it's good.
No sriracha?
We're not trying to burn today. Let it burn. I don't know that song. I forget how it goes. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. You don't want it to burn. So anyway, that's it. So we're just going to let this go. Now, this won't be done by the end of the thing. But basically, oh, Drea. Yay.
Burning is good. That means it's working.
Burning is good. Hey,
it's
Chad.
working.
Hey, girl. How you doing? All right. So that's the soup. And we're just going to let it burn. Let it go. So I just have it in the...
No sage.
No sage. Yeah, I thought I may have thrown it out because it was getting. It was seeing better times. Okay, but anyway, yeah. So this is done. This poor thing died. Let's see if it comes back. But anyway, so that's the soup. Boom, we're good. All right, so I'm just gonna put this off to the side and let it go, and then we'll keep talking. So anyway, so the other thing that you can also put in there, which I forgot to throw in, you can throw in some onion. Now, onions are really good detoxifier for your body as well, and you can throw that in there. Onion, ginger, all these things are so good for you. So anyway, there's that. So I'm going to have you put this back away. But anyway, I have to show Drea the huge chicken. So this is what's left of our dinner from yesterday. Popping in the bushes. Yes, look at that. That's crazy. Yeah. So anyway, this is what's left of the chicken. So we have a lot. We have a lot. Anyway, good to see you. Good to see you. So anyway, that's where we are. I'm going to wrap this back up again. I'm going to throw this back in the fridge and get some space. So good to see you. Good to see you. So it's Friday. Any weekend plans that we should all know? Any announcements? Let me give this to you and then I'll PSAs. Yeah, let's go this way. All right. And then that way I don't want to drop it because I will. Oh, and the other thing, now, do you like this, Queen? This is the adobo. This is the other seasoning we can throw in there. Adobo. And this has, basically, adobo has salt, garlic. Ooh, they have oregano, black pepper, and turmeric. Kind of the same. Kind of like what we already put in there. I might even put a little turmeric in there, too. Now, turmeric's good for inflammation, they say. So if you have any pains, aches and pains, that's a good thing for you. So that's the first thing that we did. So there we are. We're very excited. Yep. So detoxing, try to get back on track, eating those veggies, using that food that you already have in your house. You're not going out and buying anything crazy, right? You say, oh, no, you didn't. She said pooping. Oh, she's in the background. Oh, wow. Okay. Nice. Yes, gotta have it. Oh man. All righty. So anyway, so we have that. Now, what I'm gonna, and that thing is dead as a dog. It died. Unless you can use my phone. I don't know. It's kind of scary. My phone is scary. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel this massive thing. Because some of this edge here, I know you guys, please don't make it. My husband's being nasty.
Mr. I brought it.
Mr. I brought it is being nasty.
If you're nasty.
Mr. I brought it if you're nasty. I want to peel a little bit of this and we're going to juice. We're going to do some juicing. So I'm just peeling off this skin here. Oh, my Lord. Okay. This is what we're up against. Yes.
No, punch you in your
I know it's been a horrible day. We've had the worst day ever. But anyway, we won't get into that right now. It was so bad. We're like, seriously. I know. Yes. I know. I mean, it's that bad. Like I almost want a cocktail. I mean, it's that bad. Who should we hang up on now? Is that Cherry?
Allentown 404.
That's Hope. Can you answer that? Thank you. And just tell her what happened. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, it's one of those days. But yeah, it's insane. Yeah. It's up.
Were the puzzles 50% off? I think they weren't they? Puzzles?
I don't think so.
Oh no?
I don't think so. Just you know what it is? It's that thing above those big large train things were. And that's what it is. Yeah.
Those big large trains.
That's what everybody keeps seeing that. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So I'm peeling this. And what I'm going to do is I have my Jack LaLanne juicer that I've had for 400 years. And I'm just going to throw some, I'm going to put a little ginger, a little, a little carrot. What?
She rang a few up.
Oh, well.
She get mad.
No, that's fine.
It's like,
people, I mean, like I said, people are slick. But anyway, they're very slick. I'm just like, yeah, that's all. Anyway. It's a lot. Okay, so we're gonna. Are they laughing? Yeah.
I am.
Okay, yeah, I know it's a
No,
hot mess.
This is me.
I know it's been like that. It's been a horrible. I can't even believe it. But anyway, we're moving on.
Queen Sunka says, "Stare into the hole of blackness, and the giant chicken god will give you the meaning of life."
Oh wow,
Wow, that's deep.
the chicken god.
Is it Foghorn Leghorn by chance?
It could be. I'm gonna just take this down because this is not happening.
I'll say chicken god. I'll say chicken god. Of course.
I'm gonna kick this from the studio. Kick will be removed.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to ban them. No,
Who?
myself.
Oh, no.
I just want to take that down. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. So this is my massive Jack LaLanne. I hope I don't cause a situation, but here goes.
What do you need me to?
I might, just in case. I want to try to put this over here.
Yeah, you get there. I'll get it.
No, I got it.
You sure?
Yep. Where's the front of this thing? It goes here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to slide him over. I'm gonna slide him over here. If you can put it there, somewhat near here, and then we'll put it there. But anyway, this is all the cabbage that we have already picked up.
Someone's got to get unplugged. And unfortunately, I can't keep that light on
And that.
and this.
I got to think about that for a minute. Well, no, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Where is the extension thing?
Let
me get it.
That's you. It's all you, man. That's not me, man. I don't mess with stuff. So I'm one of those people, like, if something ever, like, breaks, I don't touch it. Like, I let the people that know what they're doing handle it. So anyway, so here's my Jack LaLanne juicer. It's so big. But I'm going to have to pull this down.
I'm gonna turn up the light.
Uh-oh. If you need a yard and garden tips, you know a guy with over 20 years experience. Just saying. Yes. Okay. I love that. That would be awesome.
What?
We need yard and garden tips. We really do. Yeah, that would be awesome. All right. Can you turn me back on? I'm in the dark. Keep it in the closet. Okay. Who would that be, Drizzle? LOL. That's so cute.
What?
He's talking about the garden tips. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can do it. I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna ignore that. Yeah, I'm like, oh Lord, this is not good. Let me see if I can pull this down just a little bit. Here we go.
Dave Chappelle moment. Sorry.
Dave Chappelle. Escape. And we go. Okay. I didn't hurt myself. Let me put this down. Oh, okay, the comment. There we go. Okay. Let me see if I can do the front here. This is the front. Yep. I just gotta pull this down.
That thing's loud.
I know. Oh, this is not good.
Oh, you know what?
Can you
I don't remember which way you're going?
Right here?
Okay. Yeah.
Right. It's gonna be loud. So I may have to mute. But anyway, now here's the problem. I'm trying to get the little spout, but I can't get it.
My friend gave me 3 banana plants. Ooh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we need some banana plants.
We could use some banana.
United Independent.
Oh.
United.
Wait a minute. What's the name? Indy?
Indy. Yeah, sorry.
I know. I'm like, what?
United, you know what I meant.
You know what I mean. There we go. All right. So there we go. Yeah, I mean. Okay. So we made it. Oh, my God. This is terrible. All right. So here we go. So I have this massive carrot. Sorry. I know you guys are nasty. He's nasty. I know. He needs help.
You just not realizing this?
Okay. Anytime I try, my weeds grow quicker than I can pull them. Yeah, I feel like if you pull the weeds, they grow faster. I don't know.
As long as you get the roots. You got the roots.
It's sometimes. All right. So anybody who has on what do you call those things?
Headphones.
Yes.
It's about to get loud.
Yes. It's about to go down.
Yeah. Turn down the volume.
Turn down the volume. All right. Okay. And we're good. All right. Here goes. All right. So here, let's flee. All right. Going in, and I'll show you how much liquid we get out of this carrot. You saw what it was, right? So you know what I'm gonna do? I should have cut this off. This little stem. Gross. Let me do that first. Yeah, we'll cut that off because that'll be nasty. But we're gonna cut this whole thing, and I'm gonna show you how much juice you can get out of these Jack LaLanne juicers. So let me cut this little piece off here, and then I'm just gonna shove it all in there. Oh, you know what? If you can get me an apple, we have a bag of apples in there. I forgot. You can put apple into sort of apple a day keeps the doctor away. To the left on the top. There you go. Yep. All right, here goes. One more time. All right. Woo! That was a lot. All right. Like 1 or 2. And then maybe just 1. We'll see. All right, I'm going to put the ginger in next. Huh? Oh, no thanks. I want to eat that. I put a little piece of ginger in. I just want to cut this thing just to make sure it's not gross. All right, and I'll show you what the carrot came out. Hopefully it won't dribble too much, but here it is. Woo! So we are not sponsored by Jack LaLanne. He is in heaven, chilling. But anyway, this is a great juicer, and it was only like, I don't know, 40, 50 bucks back in the day when we bought it. We didn't spend a lot. Anyway, there's all the juice, and this is about half a pint, a quart. And what's a pint? No, half a pint. 1 pint? 1 pint.
1 pint.
1 pint. There it is. It's 1 pint. And this is the massive jar, but that's actually a fair amount of juice just for 1 carrot. Yeah. And we're just going to basically do a shot. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to put some more. I'm going to put all that bok choy in there, and then we're going to keep it going. I might put a little sliver of apple in here. I don't want to make it too sweet because this is going to be so good. Steve. Hey, Steve. How are you? All right, I'm going to cut this around. I'm going to cut around this core. I'm trying not to eat the apple seeds because the apple seeds have a little bit of arsenic. Yeah. It's like, oh, that's good. All right. So anyways, I'm going to put all this cabbage in here. So this is bok choy. And I'm just going to keep going. And hopefully. This is a pusher. And you just push this in here. Dropping stuff. I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to try to get the leafy part. But we're just going to hit a little shot. So like I said, I put a little bit of, all right. A little bit of apple. This will give it a little sweet taste. The carrot is sweet also. And then, but the cabbage can be a little bitter. All right. I'm going to put a couple pieces of cilantro. Now, this works better with harder, like fruits and veggies, not softer stuff like this. But I'm just going to throw some in there. Whoops, this. Okay. All right, and that's it. And I think we're going to stop right there. And so the thing with the juicer is you get a lot of, it removes a lot of the fiber, which is not the best thing. But hey, in the pinch. Oh, can you get 2 glasses, please? I forgot a glass. But anyway, that's it. So this is the second detox. So you can put some lemon in there. So I have a little piece of lemon that I cut. So you can throw that in there if you want or not. You know, that's good for you. What's that?
Lemon wedge. Lemon
wedge. Well, no, the problem is what's that stuff on the outside? The white stuff is really bitter.
The rind.
The rind. So you don't want to use that because it's like, ugh. It makes it very, very nasty. Not nasty, but it doesn't make it good. All right, so I'm just going to pour a little bit of this so you can sort of see what it looks like. And hopefully this glass looks okay. And I'm just giving you like a shot. But there it is. That's the juice. And it's mostly carrot and all that. So anyway, you can tell me how it is. And it might need something, but yeah, in a pinch. So we have a little cilantro. We're just throwing it in there. How is it? Is it nasty?
No. No, it's something that had a little kick to it.
It's a ginger.
Yeah.
So there it is. Bam. We'll take a sip. Mmm. Not bad. Woo. Yeah, it does have a kick.
Mm-hmm.
I put maybe too much ginger.
Yeah, it just kind of like smack you in the throat.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Anyway, there it is. But it's good.
All right.
Maybe I could put a little more apple. I don't know. We'll see. But let's. Hello. All right. So that's it. That's the juice thing. So it's a good thing now if you have kale, you can always add like an apple. We'll take the edge off the kale. You want to put like a leaf in, maybe 2, not more than that. And depending on how much juice you're trying to make. But we made like about a pint. When it was all done, said and done, it was about a pint of juice. So it's pretty good. Uh-oh. What did you laughing at? She said, LOL. Are you talking about a pint?
I just had to realize it.
Yeah, then I said, oh, I did say pint. But it's veggie. Yeah.
A veggie pint.
It's pretty good.
It's a veggie juice, yeah.
This is good. So like I said, juicers don't work well with like oranges and stuff like that. Strawberries, anything that's real soft, it's kind of like, but you could put a potato in here and get a little bit of juice in there. Green apple, yes. Hey, Michelle. But yeah, green apple's good. But you can mix, and like I said, if you have a little bit of this, some of these, I call them detoxifiers, it's pretty good for you. So this is a good way to sort of say, okay, let's get that body working again after you ate all that, whatever that was, turkey, and you got the itis. Mm-hmm. All those potatoes and all that carbs and starch and pies and ugh. So this was something this can get you back. So anyway, so that's my second thing. Now, what we'll do is we'll take a look at the soup and see how it turned out. I don't know. It's probably not going for long enough, but we'll see. Marvelous. We have ginger lemonade that I mixed with super tart limeade. Ooh. Some veggies are not, when they get too large. Yeah. But this actually is not unsweet. It's not sweet, but it's pretty sweet. I mean, it had a little bit of a, soft taste. You drink that, I'll eat my pie. I know. We were actually good. We didn't eat garbage. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
What happened? No. Okay. Well, anyway. Yeah, pie is good, though. How large that carrot? Oh, how the large carrot would taste. Some veggies are not as good. Yeah, Joy, this was okay. It's not sweet like a, like those little small ones. And they actually had those at the farmer's market. I should have gotten those too. I did not. But I hope if they have them Wednesday, I'm going to try to pick up. They had little tiny carrots that were about this long, maybe 6 or 7. And they had like a lot of the greens were on them. And it looked like Bugs Bunny, in the old cartoons where it had a big bunch of greens coming off the side. It's pretty good. And I said, But I already had these other carrots. So I was like, try not to, keep buying random stuff. But they have had some really good stuff over the last, few weeks. And like I said, the bok choy was amazing. We've been eating that a few times. There's a little bit left. Like I said, well, I bet you have about another week or so worth of cabbage. So, I might do some Asian-inspired fried rice or something like that. So, yeah, we got that. So, it's amazing. We did it. We did it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, there's that. So, any questions? Any other, does anybody else have a question that, that you're thinking about food-wise? So like I said, try to stick with the limes, the cilantro, the leafy greens, onion, cabbage, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, all those green things like that. Kale, collards, good stuff. Carrots are okay. You got to be careful because you can turn orange if you have too many, which I don't think I've ever eaten that many carrots in my life, but there's people that's happened. And also blueberries good too. And I forget there's like a lot of antioxidants in there and it tastes great, when they're in season. I have a leaf there, but they're really great when they're in season. But yeah, I know that The juicing's not real exciting. It really isn't. But it's just something to do to sort of like get things going. But I'll show you what's in the bag. This is the problem. A lot of people take the I don't know what do you want to call it? The excess of the fruit and veggies, and they make pies and things like that with them. Sanita. You'd rather have like real pie. Unplug this.
Violet, you're turning violet.
Oh yeah, that's right. The movie.
Willy Wonka.
I love that movie. Those kids were bad, weren't they?
Mhm.
But anyway, there's all the inside. I don't know if you can see that, but there's all this. I'm gonna just put my hands in here. It's not pretty, but you see all these remains of the veggies. So you can throw this in. Like if you have kids that don't like veggies, you could throw this in. Like a sweet potato. And a sweet potato is another good thing you can eat. It's real good for you. Just don't put the marshmallows. A lot of people eat those and I'm like horrified because sweet potatoes are so good without that garbage. You don't need that. Let me unplug this.
Oh, Joy asked John Boy, wanted you to make chicken and dumplings.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do that. That's next. Yeah, that's next. And actually, my daughter loves chicken and dumplings. I made them a couple times, and she ate like all of them. And she was a little thing at the time. Yeah, so I got you. I got you on that one. I have the recipe in my brain because I've made them a few times. Like we're not real big dumpling people. No. Here and there. But that's what we do. So anyway, so cheers, you guys. Cheers. Okay. All right, let's see what else we got. Woo! Yeah, that is a kick. So we put a lot of ginger in. I probably shouldn't have done. I think I put too much ginger. I'm like, whoa, I'm a little high.
This still got a lot of pulp
where
underneath the thing.
Oh, underneath this. Okay. Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just gonna do this. This is like a.
You can put that in the garden too.
Yeah, you can put this in the garden. I don't know if you can see that there, but
little
compost. Yep. But there's just a lot, on this. Here we go. Okay, I think we got it. So I'm gonna move this out the way, and then we're good to go. So I unplugged this. But we're gonna get back to the soup, and then we'll look and see.
Soup.
But this is the Jack LaLanne thing, so we'll do this. All right.
Oh, you made a rutabaga and carrots.
Oh, rutabaga.
Of my Papa Joe.
Oh, nice.
No relation. We brought them to Thanksgiving.
Let me pull this up a little bit here. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Let me see what else you got there. Okay.
Hated them as a kid, loved them now.
Oh, nice.
Huh.
Rutabaga and carrots. Nice. Okay. That's pretty cool. So how does the soup smell? Yes. I can't smell anything, which is crazy. But it should smell better. Yeah, we put a lot of so I'm going to pull this over. What I'm going to have to do. Oh, we don't have
what?
a clear situation, a clear bowl. Like how every week we go, we always pick the wrong color. Yeah, we'll have to use that. I'll just use this. And I'll show you what it is.
Oh, what's this?
Yeah. Ooh, but it's looking good. And it's starting to boil, but it does smell good. So we put all kinds of stuff in it. We put rosemary, oregano, basil, the bok choy, the chicken broth, and we put a lot of stuff in here. And it was already pre-cooked, so this will be edible, probably in about an hour. I would say really edible. And then we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to bend over and grab a big spoon. We don't have a big spoon. Oh, yeah, let me have that one. Oh, yeah, this is good. So I'm just going to use this, and I'll show you what the soup looks like. Yeah, because I think this is what we're going to have to do. And this bok choy is not cooked down as much as I would like it to be. But I'm just going to do this. And I don't know if you can see this.
Should have grabbed those Miska dishes.
Mikasa, yeah. Well, somebody, she spins is here. She said she thought they were too yellow. And I thought they were really pretty, and they were free. I know.
Fine Japanese tableware.
Yes.
Our supreme knives.
Oh.
And all. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, Mikasa was nice.
Mm-hmm.
But somebody wouldn't let me get them.
Yeah. I'll take the hit for that one.
Yes. All right. But anyway, this looks pretty good. But there it is. So this is what it looks like. So we have a nice, but I don't know if you can see the greens in there. There's the chicken. So it's looking pretty good. And there's the chicken. So I would let this like marinate for a little bit longer, and then I would just go. But it's already cooked, so that's actually pretty good. But yeah, it does smell great. So we're gonna let this go.
No yellow from Moises. Nope.
No yellow.
It's not decorative enough.
No, it's not the yellow. It's just that he. Well, the problem is, if you want. We have Katrina. Oh, thank you so much.
What's orange?
Orange is. I don't know.
Is that a super sticker? Or is
That is.
Oh, that's new.
Yes. That is a nice color. Oh, thank you, Katrina.
Katrina's fancy.
She is
And
fancy
generous.
and generous.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
But fancy. Orange.
But you are fancy. All right.
I think she did it for the drink.
Oh, for the drink.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know.
Just don't know.
I didn't know you could do colors. Oh, you like the soup? Okay, Miss Queen. All right, you can come over. You're only like many hours. Oh, thank you. And you gifted one.
Memberships.
Oh, no, who got them? Can you see? Because I got my hands in my.
Okay. Unique, amazing stripes.
Ooh.
And the Swedish Yarny Hooker.
Okay.
Crochet Queen, Jen Reeves. And
Jen Reeves.
Jenna, aka Proverbs
31. Jeannie.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you so
Wow.
much.
Thank you. Yes. Keep smiling. Keep shining. Knowing you can always count on me for sure. That's what friends are for. In good times, in bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Yes, thank you so much. Katrina, yay. That's awesome. I appreciate it so much. So you guys, we have to do more. I know it's been an interesting couple of months for me personally, and I'm dying. But I want to sort of do, yes, Katrina came in passing out blessings. All. And I've got like chicken stuff all over my hands, so I'm not going to touch my screen, which is probably best anyway.
No clapping.
Very nice, Katrina. Yes, thank you so much. But I will clap. So that is the detox. Now, I'm turning on the stove. You don't want to do that. Stop.
Beeping away.
We're beeping. We're beeping. Okay. So, does anybody want to come up for a couple of minutes? Because we're done. That is like the main, that is the end of today's lecture. And, I have to, I have to do, I gotta wipe my hands off. I have to invite. Can you come here for a second?
I got potato hands, but okay.
I know, I'm so gross. Okay. Well, here, maybe we can do this. I'm going to do this. Okay, let's do invite. Invite. And boom.
Who do we invite?
Somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't show us any body parts.
No giblets.
No giblets.
Or we will laugh at you.
Yeah, this is detox. Well, when I say detox, I mean try to get back on schedule and eating better. And that's really what it is. And we do this about once a year where we just go, wow, what are you wearing? Just notice, like, what are you wearing here?
My Hero Academia.
Okay, I'm like, sorry. So anyway, so if anybody wants to come up for a couple of minutes, we'll talk about food, and then we'll get out of here.
Let's get back to you Friday night.
And then we can party.
Friday night.
Somebody's party, not me, but okay. So there it is. Oh, we got Juanita.
Hi there, guy.
What?
Is that me?
Huh. Oh, hi there, guy. Oh, that's you. Yeah.
Me? Yep.
Yeah, that's Miss Queen. That's Moises.
Hello.
Hello.
The guy behind the camera mostly.
Yeah. Okay, here is Juanita. I hope that's Juanita.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
There we go. She's upside down.
Because I'm spinning.
She's spinning.
Yeah.
So Juanita does actually spin. She spins.
Not the glass kind of thing.
No, not that spin.
Not the exercise
Not
spin.
the exercise, but check her out. She's spinning. That is amazing. Let me make her better so we can see. So I'm going to hide myself here for a second, and then I'll make her. She looks good. Ooh, this is nice. Solo. We got Drizzle. So there's Juanita spinning. Check her out. She's working it. See, if you come to my channel early in my career, back in 2022, I did a feature on Juanita. So somewhere in there, live stream. Hey, Drizzle.
How are you
Hey,
this evening?
hello. How are you?
Not too bad. So is that to respin the thread or something? What's that doing?
Well, she's actually spinning the thread for the first time. So she gets
Oh,
wool. She gets wool, dyes it, gets it off the sheet, does her whatever they do to it, and she's making yarn. Yep. That was
oh,
Everything
that's
before it goes
awesome.
to Joanne's.
everything before it goes to Joanne's or Michael's or
Ah,
yeah.
dude, I like that. That's you know me. I'm all about vintage and antiques and old stuff. That's my bag. See,
Yeah.
I've seen these things in old houses that I've torn down, but I've never actually used one or seen one in action. So that's really cool to me.
Yes. And she's been doing it a long time. But I have a feature on my channel. If you go back to about April of 2022, I'm gonna have to like pull it out. I'm gonna have to put it in a different playlist. But yeah, we did like an hour and a half with Juanita spinning. So thank you for coming up, Juanita, and thank you for coming up, Drew.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
good to see you.
Yeah. So Juanita, I don't know if you can hear us, but
I'm gonna put my headset on.
oh yeah, she's a gamer also. So one of those people. She games and spins.
Yeah, I don't want to risk StreamYard losing its mind and starting that echo thing.
Oh yeah, that happens. But it's like whatever. Yeah, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm just like, we're fine. We're fine.
Luckily,
Yeah,
I'm
so-
on my phone today, so I don't have as many options. So
Yeah, but you
it pretty
look
much
good. I mean, it
cancels
looks like
everything on me.
everything's great. Everything's great. That's wonderful. That's so nice.
Yeah, I'm
But
trying to
anyway, yeah.
wind
So
down,
what was
down for my stressful day today.
oh yeah. Same here. We're ready
It's got
to
to be a
like.
therapeutic to do that. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
it seems therapeutic.
Yep.
Yeah, it is, but I spend all day outside in the yard, so this is me doing stuff that I want to do versus stuff that I have to do.
Oh,
Yeah, she always every week she goes, I'm off the plantation. And she's like, I gotta get out of here. I say, oh, you poor thing. Yeah. It's so sad.
The corporate plantation.
Yep, that's what she says.
I'm really gonna be off of it come January the 31st.
Are you retiring?
No, I got laid off.
You got
Oh.
laid off?
My
Oh.
job, my job is in probably another 30 or 40 people's jobs was eliminated.
Oh Lord. I went through that. That's terrible.
We were
That's
outsourced.
Yeah.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's
So-
what happens.
So now I'm job hunting.
Yeah. Yeah, these companies and whatever, they don't care. They just
And
and then they make everybody who's left, you have to do like 14 different other jobs. You know what I mean? You have to do several people's
That's it.
jobs.
They just make you wear more hats. They make the
Yeah.
people who are less qualified wear more hats. They pay them less, and then the CEOs and everybody still walks out with more money.
They do.
Yep.
Yeah, it's tragic. So anyway.
It's disappointing. They laid off so many people, and when the company that bought my wife's company that she originally started working for, they laid off, I mean, managers and everything, just everybody, and now everything's just up in the air, and kind of just everybody's got to just cover the bases all on their own, figure things out without management. It's weird. It's a weird scenario.
It is a weird scenario.
I see it from the outside, and me as an entrepreneur since I was a kid. I went to school for business, so I have a bachelor's degree in management. I watch it and I'm like, I don't even understand how they accomplish anything there. I really don't. I mean, I don't know who's running these places, but I could do it better from my house. Like it's sad to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of tragic. Like, I don't even know, like, what people, like, I don't know how people are going to make a living. Like, you have to have a living of some kind,
Well, that's what they're hoping for. I mean, they've said it. Unfortunately, they want us to have nothing and be happy. So they're working towards the corporatist class taking out the working class until the working class are essentially obsolete.
Wow. Well, it sounds like that's what's happening. You know.
So, unfortunately, and you know the people that have been billionaires that have been making technology for years and years, the ones like the Elon Musks and such, you know, they've been saying that for years. Like, hey, you got to see what they're heading towards.
Right.
They only want two classes: the rich and the poor. They don't want a middle class. They don't want you to have the ability to move up into their class.
You ain't kidding.
That is so true.
Widen the gap, divide the people, widen the monetary gap, and watch as everything below you collapses itself.
It sounds, yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's hard to fathom. It's hard to fathom as a human being who cares about other human beings, who truly, desperately wants to see world peace and wants to see people just get along and people just have enough money to survive. And because, you know, when it comes down to it, we're all just like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. What do we really want in life? What do we really need? We want food, we want water, we want shelter, we want care, and we want the friendship of others. You know, you just want to be able to live in a world where you have your needs met. And it's so hard to reset at this point for everybody. It either costs you your everything your parents can earn on the side for your entire childhood to get you partway through schooling. That doesn't guarantee you a job in any bit or way, because if you can go to school for something and finish and get done and still not be very qualified, it turns out.
It's true. Yeah, it's so true.
This is what I'm working on now is a single, and it's a lace by itself. It's a lace weight single.
Oh,
but
it is.
Once I apply it, it'll be fingering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes, very nice.
Because I do chain plying or Navajo plying.
Okay.
So you take the three. It's like crocheting with your fingers, basically putting twists in it. So you're taking that single strand of yarn and you're making it to a 3-ply yarn.
Nice.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And that would be like real dense. Would that feel real tight and dense once it's formed into 3? Because I don't know much about threads, but when I think of like the Navajo, is that like kind of like those thick Afghans ones where
they're famous for rug weaving.
Right.
Yeah, they feel like a rug, but it's supposed to be a blanket, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I wonder. I've got one in the back if I could show you.
This yarn is worsted weight, which means as I spin, I'm squeezing almost all the air out. If I was spinning woolen, it would be a fluffier yarn with less twist in it.
Okay.
And the air will hold the warmth. You know, you'll be warmer. Whereas the way I spin, it'll be more structured. And the way we soften the threads is after we finish plying it, we let it rest for like I usually let mine rest till I feel like we're washing it. Some people have specific times. They'll let it rest for 24 hours and then they'll wash it. When we wash it, we do what's called thracking, where we take and we basically hit it against the wall and stuff. And what that does is it forces air back between those fibers and it causes your yarn to kind of bloom a little bit. But mine was because of how fine I spin my singles, mine is still going to be a fingering weight yarn. It'll just be softer and a little more squishy.
All right now. Well, Anita's awesome. Isn't that great?
That's fantastic. I mean, I imagine the quality of the thread is so much better once you put it through all of that. You know, it's just I feel the stuff you get at the dollar store, and it just feels rough and scratchy and unrefined and just kind of cheap. And then you go to like the kind of nicer stores and you can feel the yarn gets a little tighter, feels a little less, it more structured in how it's threaded. And then I see like the really high quality stuff and it just looks like what you want your stuff to be made. Oh, that looks perfect. Let me make something out of that. That looks right. And it seems to be like that's the easiest to work with. They look the best once the product is done.
And the colors are beautiful.
Yeah.
You really work it.
That's awesome. That's a really cool skill.
Yeah, it is. And she even does drop spindling. I don't know if she'll do that today, but you use a piece of wood, with a string and then spin it that way. So
I know how to reel a fishing reel. I bet that would. Have you ever think of just using a fishing reel? No.
that's interesting. I never would have put that
You just
together.
string it through, tie it onto there, tie a little knot, and then just use your fingers before it gets to the thing, and you can hold it just about the right amount of tightness and just reel it in.
I see you.
No, because if you do that, it won't be adding twists because of the
The
way
twist.
the way
Ah.
the reel is only going in one direction. You have to have a way for it to have an orifice or something for that thread to go through, so that it will add twist to the yarn.
Yeah. I'm thinking even my open face, or not open face, but my saltwater stuff, my bait caster stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's not, there's no root. It's not like the ones where you push the button. It's like, well, it's push button, but it's open. It wouldn't spin it. So yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that all you would be doing is probably messing it up more at that point, making it fluffier.
You would just be messing up your roving. Yeah, you wouldn't be spinning things. You would just be drafting your roving.
Yeah. So
that's
drafting
pretty
is
much
like
it.
where you sort of
she's drafting
pulling
is
it.
when you align when you pull the fibers,
Mm-hmm.
and that stretches the fibers out and allows you to pull less of the fibers through. Like you can spin finer when you draft or pre-draft. It makes it easier to spin. But this fiber, I pulled it apart. As you can see, there's like a little line right there. So cone top is actually made up of slivers that have been kind of stitched together using a pen drafter. The pen drafter mixes some of these fibers so that they form into a rope like structure. So you end up with
So it
what we
doesn't just
call-
all fly apart or something.
They do it so that it forms a cone top. This is what top looks like. See how thick this is?
Ooh.
Look at the colors.
So this is what top looks like. And as you can see, these little lines, that's where the pen drafter took several slivers and joined them into this larger, bulkier wool. And so what I do is I reverse the process. I pull it apart back into slivers to spin because it's easier to control, and it adds air back into the fiber. So this is pretty compressed, as you can see. It's pretty compressed and compact.
Yeah, when you pull it out, it kind of remind me of like a dog toy rope or something.
Yeah. And so pulling them apart adds that air back into the fiber. And if it still feels like it's sticky or it feels like it's a little matted, then you can draft it out, and that helps add even more air and pulls the fibers apart so that they'll slide past each other easily, so that your spinning will be more enjoyable than you sitting there fighting with the fiber. Sometimes a little bit of pre-prep work before you spin makes the spinning easier, more fun, and relaxing. A lot of people quit because they don't understand their fiber. They don't understand that some fibers, like some dogs' hair mats a lot faster than other dogs. Like a German Shepherd doesn't mat as fast as a poodle will mat.
Right.
So you have to take that poodle's hair is going to require more care. The same thing with people and sheep. Everybody's hair is different. You can have straight hair, thin hair, thick hair. Thick hair that's super straight and silky. Thick hair
barely any hair.
Thick hair that if the wind blows through it, you're sitting there combing out knots forever and a day.
Yep.
Excuse me. But the same thing with sheep. All sheep, even within a specific breed, have different types of hair. So you could have a sheep with the micron count that is like cashmere.
Oh,
that's how fine it is. And then that sheep's parents could have some of the nasty, messed up woolly hair that you've ever seen in your life. That if you look at it wrong, it forms a knot.
Yep.
Or a mat. So even within breeds, you can have finer micron counts that are throw-offs. But then you also have the breed standard, which is what their fiber and yarn should look like.
Right.
So you just have to be careful when you're buying yarn, especially sight unseen. Like, some people see stuff on eBay and stuff like that.
Yes.
Ask them how much a sample would cost. Usually less than $5, $3 to $5, and they'll send you a couple of locks in the mail, and you can get an idea of what that fleece is like. And that way you won't end up buying some fleece for $60 or $70 or more,
right?
And you get a pile of junk in a box that no matter how much you wash it, how much you clean it, no matter what you do to it, it's still going to be junk in the box. And it's going to end up, for me, it ends up being fertilizer in my garden.
Oh, wow.
I've had learn from my mistakes. I bought one that was supposed to be a Cheviot fleece. It was not a Cheviot fleece. I don't know what that was. And it ended up mulching my rosemary bush. And my rosemary bush was very happy.
It's probably huge.
Sheep's wool is very very good for mulch. For your garden.
Yep. There we go.
So this bobbin I got in here is one of my original bobbins from my first machine before I had this one rebuilt. So it's a little noisy.
Oh, that's cool. It's very relaxing. So I made you big. So everybody who's not familiar with spinning, you can see a little bit closer there what she's doing. And hey, Brian Lynn, how are you? Long time no see.
So I try to get my hands. Yeah. You can see my hands better.
Yeah. And thank you for the pink poop, Brian. And that's an inside joke. Anyway. Yes, that's cool. Good to see you. He's saying hi to everybody. Cool. Very nice. But anyway, so that's really cool. So now what are you working on now, Juanita? Like what's your next thing you're working on? Or what are you thinking about doing these days? Yeah.
As far as
whatever you want to share.
Crafting?
Yep.
Right now I've been on a hat kick. Okay. And I took some of those hats I showed y'all the other day. I took 3 of them down to my neighbor that I give vegetables and stuff to from my garden. I gave her a hat and her 2 sons that live with her each a hat. And and so this is the one I'm working on now. Using up scraps. So this is some Mary Maxim that I can't see. Every time I turn around, I'm still finding more of that Mary Maxim.
Yeah. Multiplies, right? Yeah.
It's like the more hats I make, the more Mary Maxim seems to be showing up. And I didn't buy that much. I'm like, I don't, but it's a big ball though. So it's what.
You got that big one. Yeah, I forget what they call it.
There's 474 yards in each one, and I had 2 of each. So 2 of this blue, 2 of a darker blue, 2 of this cocoa brown. And there was some gray, but I'll use those in baby blankets. So that all I got left is that dark blue, that blue right there, and that brown, and there's also like a taupe, like a lighter brown. And I got 1 cake skein of that left, because that yarn falls apart the way it's skeined up.
Okay.
And so I end up having to cake it.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't used it. I've been looking at it forever. I look at a lot of stuff.
I like using it because the way it's made, it's not splitty, so it's great for crocheting. I haven't knit anything with it. I've only crocheted with it, so I've had no problems with it. Other than it seems like I can't finish getting rid of it. So
right. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I've had no trouble with it. It's been nice. And then this, they also had gotten some of their high twist yarn, and I think it's called Twister, but Mary Maxim they put out, and I'm making fingerless gloves with that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she's knitting those, Drew. And she's using those double point needles there.
I'm working on the thumb gusset. So this is where my thumb gusset is going to be, between these 2 stitches. So that's the only things I mean, I got some other stuff, some whips. You know, they're socks, so they'll
Yeah.
get done when they get done. Because, like I said,
You
I could do
never-
those fingerless gloves in no time.
Mhm.
And socks are nothing but a fingerless glove with a heel and a toe. I
Okay.
like doing the kitchen stitch. I
You
like
do.
doing the afterthought heel. So I don't understand why the mental block is with me and socks.
I have trouble with them too. I'm not very good at those. Yeah. I made one. I made a sock and I was like, I hate this so much. But anyway.
I've made several pairs. And I
Yeah.
make fingerless gloves all the time for my
Yeah.
son. So
I made a
don't
chain down one of my crochet needles. A single chain of 10 loops.
That's good. You gotta
That's
start
I made
somewhere.
it that far.
Yeah, so we almost got Drew crocheting and knitting. Like he ran to the
Nice.
Dollar Tree. I'm like, oh Lord, he got.
Oh no, I've tried a couple times. It's just it doesn't come out well ever. And
Yeah.
ever since the first time I did it, I already forgot how to do it. So
Yeah. Well,
I
we'll
need
get you. We'll get you going.
It's muscle memory. You have to
It
I
is.
tell people all the time, 15 minutes a day. Like when I'm
Mhm.
well,
teaching
see,
somebody
I
to
can do the
spin.
motion. It's once it's getting from the chain and then starting the next one. I don't remember how to get to the second chain. Like how to loop the next ones down onto the next one.
You chain up and you turn your work. So
Yeah.
let's say you had when you did your chain, let's say you're doing a dishcloth and you chain 46.
Mhm.
So you turn your work, you chain up 2 if you're going to do a double crochet dishcloth. And then in the next stitch, you yarn over, go in that stitch, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go through 2 loops. You just made a double crochet, and then you just keep going. There's plenty of videos that show you the basics of crochet. And if you're
You
left-handed,
would think they would help me, but I've failed. I've successfully failed a few times.
Well, give yourself, be patience. Give yourself some grace because it takes time. But I'm gonna make Juanita regular size. And Drew, just tell everybody about yourself. And yeah.
Well, I'm middle-aged, old, and bald and white. Oh, I'm
Really? I had no idea.
so well, I go by Drizzle Stank. A lot of people know me as Drew. I sit around and play music. We make music, we make food, we show everybody our cats and dogs. It's a way for me to secure myself away from boredom, to stay away from sitting there
Yeah.
idle. I'm not good at sitting idle, so I like to sit around and plus I like to rant a lot. Gives me a lot of opportunities to
All right.
do quick rants and stuff.
Ranting.
So if you like music and cats and food and dogs and scenery, that's
Nice.
what you'll get. We do hip hop, we do EDM.
Yep.
I play the guitar now. I just hit a year on the guitar, and that's been a fun time. It's I played for my grandmother yesterday. I had not seen her in 4 years.
Wow.
Just ever since my grandfather died, it just she can't get around as much. So my mother actually went. She flew to Boston, picked up my grandmother,
Yeah.
got on a plane, flew back down with her, brought her down for a week, and now tomorrow she has to go back to bring her back to Boston and then drive back home on Sunday. So
Oh wow.
she's a trooper.
Yeah. How old is your how old is your grandmother? Give or take.
So let me think about this now, because I have to remember my grandmother and my mom always used to tell me,
they lie.
Women don't get older than 39. Women hit 39 and never stop age, and they never age again. And my grandma goes, little girls or old ladies are just little girls in disguise. Yes. If you ever ask her age, that's what she would say.
Okay.
And my mom just turned 61. I believe my grandmother was 19. because my grandmother was engaged to be married to a guy, and my
Mhm.
grandfather came home and broke up the marriage and convinced her to come and marry him instead.
Oh wow,
Wow.
scandal! I love it.
Yeah, I get, and hey, they were married until he died.
All right now.
So I mean,
80.
so she must have been so she's got to be like 82 or 83,
Okay.
somewhere in that general vicinity.
Okay.
That
Yeah, I was
sounds
wondering
right.
if she was even older than that, but yeah, that's to me that's kind of young,
Yeah, she still
Yes.
gets around. She went shopping with us all day today
Yeah.
and
Oh,
walked
that's good.
around, and
Mhm.
she lives on her own and drives and all that.
Okay, so she's
Yeah,
all set.
she's surprisingly spry for her
Yeah.
age.
Okay.
She walks every day. She takes long walks around her complex, and she lives upstairs. She lives on a second floor, so she's always up and downstairs. And it was so nice to see her though, because it had been quite a while, and it's usually the holiday I used to spend as a kid. I would always go to my grandparents' house for the holiday, so it felt like old
That's cool.
times. And we made a bunch of the dishes that were from memory. Like I said in the chat, we made the rutabagas and carrots. That was something my
Okay.
grandparents' best friends were this couple named Joe and Rosie, and they've since passed. They're both passed at this point, and they were great people though. Joe was the guy who used to take me deep sea fishing as a kid, and he would always have his own vegetables, and he was prized on his rutabagas. His rutabagas were the strongest rutabagas I've ever eaten in my life.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, they were potent. I don't know what it was, but they were the strongest flavored rutabaga you'll ever taste in your life. And he'd mix them with those carrots, and they were so good. And
That's
I hated them as a kid. I absolutely hated them.
Oh.
So it was so funny this year. I was like, oh, I'm gonna eat some. So I mixed them with my sweet potatoes.
It is great. Yeah.
Oh gosh, it was so good. I was like,
Sounds
oh,
good.
why didn't I like these? I always ate them as a kid just out of courtesy because we loved Papa Joe, and I would, these are really good, Papa Joe, and I'd be like, yeah, no, they're not. They're so strong. They're so strong. But now that I've got a trick, I'm happier. But no, we smoked, we brined and a capon and a turkey.
Wow.
So we had a 10-pound capon and a 15-pound turkey.
Okay.
And we brined them both for a day in a mixture of, brining salt, orange peel, oregano, parsley, sage, garlic, ginger, turmeric,
Right.
Salt, pepper, garlic, just a lot of the
You just
basic
went-
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put it in there and just let it sit in there for a day. The capon got a brine, but it didn't get smoked. It got roasted. We just roasted the capon. And I'll tell you what, that turkey was way juicier than that capon. Even though they both got brine, that turkey came out amazing. It was crazy how well it came out. And we made sweet potatoes. And have you ever had the purple Japanese sweet potatoes?
No, I've never had them. I've seen them around, but I've never.
Yeah. You just take the orange ones and the purple ones, and you swirl them together and make like a tie dye of potatoes, and just throw the turkey and chicken gravy on it, and throw chunks of the chicken and stuff into it. See, I like sweet, but I can't even eat the marshmallow on the sweet potato. I can't do it.
No, that's terrible. I don't know why people do that. That ruins the sweet potato. Like, it's so good.
Yes. And that's the key issue. That's the key problem with it. I can't. I'm like, all I can taste now is the marshmallow. Everything else is
nothing else.
Is basically null and void for the meal.
Right. Yeah, that just ruins everything.
Yeah, but we did that, and there was a homemade pumpkin pie. My mom was determined, since we were doing the birds and everything, that she was going to do some sides and dessert. And so she made the pumpkin pie, I guess, from scratch. She made an apple crisp from scratch, and I was like, okay, well, I think I can live with that. That doesn't sound too shabby. Yeah. I don't mind that.
Not bad. I'm impressed.
I'm, you know me, we're always, I can't eat anything
Yeah.
that's not or that's like processed and stuff. It just, I can't do it anymore. It just gives me
Mhm.
seizures. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's frustrating, but at the same time, it makes it a lot easier to not, or to just drive right past the fast food. You know,
No,
it's
no, you should absolutely.
nothing inside of me is like, here, let me just stop for a minute and
Yeah.
and eat this fast food, while instead
Mhm.
of just stopping and eating something good.
Yeah. No, you're just you're so better off, and that's kind of like my theme, my new theme, or new old theme. On
New
the
old thing.
new old theme. Just try to do the best you can for your temple. You know what I mean? You only get one, right?
Yeah.
And you want to be somewhat healthy, so that to be, for those people that you love and care about, because there's so much diabetes and
It's
cancer
easy.
and all
It's
these
easy
things going on.
to get
Hmm.
caught up in. Your body is your temple. It's all you have. And if you don't
Yep,
take care of your body, then nothing else is going to work. Yeah, I mean,
that's
your
right.
stomach is equally as important as your brain.
Hmm.
It thinks for your body. Your brain thinks for your functions, but your stomach decides what happens in your body, because it decides what to do with those foods that you put in it, and it decides
Hmm.
where to send them and what nutrients go where. And
Yep,
if you're not healthy, your blood, your oxygen, your vitamins, your electrolytes, all that stuff.
everything.
You got to have everything balanced. I
Hmm.
mean, people that have a pH balance, that's balanced, like a standard pH level in your body,
Hmm.
uh, don't get cancers.
Yeah.
People with acidic pH levels get cancer.
Hmm. Wow.
And that's something that most people don't understand. Like, if your blood in your body is acidic, that's when you grow cancers. You stop building T cells, that's when you start getting things, skin cancers and
Hmm.
little melanomas and stuff. Like, Laura's getting all these ones on her nose and stuff. These,
Oh
like,
wow. Mm.
and it's like, man, it can come on quick, and the older you get, the less T cells you make. So it's best
Right.
to try and take care of yourself as long as you can, because
Hmm.
you can wear out or rust out. You're going either way.
That's right. That is true. Yeah, awesome. That's a beautiful message, Drew. And I don't know if everybody knows, but Drew lost 100 pounds, and he's all buff right now.
Although I'm up 8 pounds right now that I am not happy about.
Well,
They're
I
sitting
mean,
they're sitting heavy because it's starting to get cold, and I lived up north my entire life. And I'm telling you, my body just knows, okay, well, it's time to put on a couple of pounds for winter.
let's
Well,
do
I'm
it.
down south now. I don't need
Yeah,
those pounds anymore.
you
Leave
do
me
not.
alone, extra pounds. Go away.
Go away.
I don't need you anymore. I don't want to have to work you off in the springtime. Go
Yes,
away.
go away. Yeah. So yeah. So I mean, but that's it can be done. It takes time, but it can be done. Right.
Sure can.
There you go. So that's inspiration. So Drew's my inspiration for that, and he's also my inspiration for the music.
So
And
he moved down south.
Heck yeah, I'm in North Carolina these days. South enough. Florida and stuff's too hot for me.
it's
What
pretty
part of
hot.
North Carolina? That's where I'm from.
But I'm over on the coast in Carolina these days, and boy, oh boy, it's nice.
Oh, hey, Samoan Watchman, welcome.
So you're near Highway 17.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm in Wilmington, so.
Oh, you're like 45 minutes from my house. On
Oh, okay.
I-40. From my parents' house, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm from Duplin County. I'm from a little town called Warsaw.
I know Warsaw. Heck yeah.
Yep.
My mom was over in Fayetteville. They were out in
Yeah, coming to
uh,
county.
what the heck is it called? Not Boone. It was over by Boone. Yeah, whatever. So they were out in the country for a while, over by
Mystics.
Asheville and that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we came down this way to be closer to her.
Mm-hmm.
And we moved to Durham, and we were there for a month. We went over to Wrightsville Beach the one day.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife, she's from Los Angeles. I'm from the woods in Pennsylvania. I can pretty much hack it anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Los Angeles. It turns out we weren't Durham people. We signed a lease in Wilmington 3 days later. We're like, no, sorry. I'm like,
We're good.
no, we're good on 3 hours inland. We're just gonna move over to the coast. And so we found the first place we could find, and we've just been moving around ever since. But we went and bought all the stuff except for the kitchen cabinets today. All the faucets, all the stuff, everything we're gonna need, we now have it.
That's amazing.
Like it's like the breath of fresh air I've been waiting to take for so long that I'm absolutely just. It was a breath of fresh air. Took a long time to get to
Yeah. Good to see you.
And my brother and sister live in Durham.
Wow. See, it's a small world, isn't it?
It sure is. I was right on the Wake Durham border, like on the Wake Highway when we lived over there, and it was a little rough where we lived. We're kind of in the cut. I mean, I always end up living in the cut. I've been a poor kid my whole life, so it's like I had to work my way out of the cut.
So you were near AT&T?
Near AT&T
or Central? What's it called? Central?
Where?
The cottage there.
There's Cape Fear.
No, not in Wilmington, up in Durham.
Oh, we're on the Wake Highway. We're way up at the top in that top right corner, right on the Wake Highway, right on the division. God, what the heck was it called? God, I haven't been over there in a while. Now I don't remember. But also my memory is awful. Just the side flag. I have a horrible memory, and I'm currently in a study for memory, medical study for people with wrecked memory. Yeah, I've been in it for about almost a year now. Almost a year I've been participating in it, and yeah, they were gonna pay me, but I didn't care. I was like, I'm not filling out tax forms and all that for $15.
I understand.
I'm like $60. I was like, keep it. I'm all right. I let me help out with epilepsy, and we'll call it even.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So they test they want me to follow this workbook, and they had this. There was
workbook.
Memory and there was anger.
Oh.
And so, if you can believe it, I'm an angry fellow. And
on both sides.
There's a couple Drews. There's a couple, and one of them is the very sensible, very common sense filled. I don't like irrationality. I don't do well with it. ADHD. I'm like, I don't like things to be out of order.
Yes.
Like when things are disorganized, I get uncomfortable.
Right.
Like, so I quickly can react, and that's one of the things that they helped me work with in the last year was how to handle situations differently. Yeah. Like instead of like, yes, I'm probably right. Yes, what I'm going to say to somebody is probably what they need to hear. But at the same time, maybe I just need to shut my mouth sort of scenarios.
One of those.
And just learn how to just keep sometimes things don't have to come out. Sometimes things just have to stay to you. And sometimes you have to be reminded of that. And I've spent a year reminding myself now.
Okay.
I didn't like California when we were stationed there. I couldn't. I hated
California.
I hated it.
Yeah.
18 million people in one place was disgusting. It was gross.
A lot of people.
$1 million will buy you a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house so close to your neighbor you can hear their toilet flush. Thank you anyway. Thank you anyway. That's insanity. That doesn't even make sense.
No, thank you.
New York.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
I don't miss it. And Hollywood has very little luster. Once you get there and you realize, oh, there's the Chinese theater and the Walk of Fame. And you do it for like 2 seconds, and there's bums peeing everywhere and people doing drugs everywhere. And it's like every weirdo in California there in costume. And you're like, okay, well, this is weird and creepy. How do we get to the Hollywood sign? Oh, you can't. You can't go anywhere near the Hollywood sign for many years now. So you can either go to this one street and
Yeah.
like take a picture with it in the background up the road, or you can take the hiking trails and go up behind it.
You don't want to do that.
No,
Didn't they stop people going up there because of all those murders that were happening on that hiking trail and stuff?
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. There
Murder.
were so many. Everything's so weird out there. Everything's
It is weird.
dramatic and irrational. People have a very high. They have high ego, very high ego, very sense of superiority, a very
Mhm.
unearned sense of superiority. Like
Yeah.
as in, I should have everything, and I don't really have to do anything for it.
Oh,
Hmm.
one of those.
It was very weird. It was very weird.
Hmm.
I lived in Orange County for a little bit down in Costa or in Newport, just at the
Yeah.
bottom of Costa Mesa, and it was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird. I wasn't a fan. There was 8 of
Mm.
us living in one place,
That's a lot.
and it was still a lot of money.
Yeah,
Like,
of course it is.
I was like, this is insane, and that's how I ended up in Long Beach, because it was like
Oh,
3rd floor walk up, no elevators, 3rd floor walk up. At least it had laundry facility on site.
mhm.
And had on-site parking, which were the 2 things that were absolutely most necessity
Yes.
if you live in LA.
Yep.
And that was $1,500 a month, and that was 16 years ago.
Oh yeah. Wow.
I
So
can't even imagine how much it would be to rent.
I was
that
going to
place.
say, how much is it? Do you think? $3 grand, or you think it's
Probably
more?
2,500 at least now. I'd
Mhm,
imagine.
mhm.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
insane.
imagine. It's just, it doesn't make sense. Boston was weird too.
Yeah,
I didn't really
Boston's
care for
high.
Boston. The more north you get into like above Boston, the more, I mean, it chills out and it just becomes like rich people, middle
Oh,
class,
okay.
rich,
Rich
and
people.
everybody. Then
Yeah.
you get up to like the border up by like Newburyport and all that, and it's like a whole different world. And we live down in Malden on the Everett border, on the main street of Malden, and
Mhm.
that's down by Chelsea and all the fun places. And we had a corner store that was like you wouldn't walk to after 11.
Oh
Like
wow.
we had 16-inch walls
For the
for our walls.
outside activity.
That's so you didn't hear the sounds going down the street all day. They were soundproofing. They
Oh,
soundproofed
the
the walls by
building.
putting
Wow, that's interesting.
the buildings had 16-inch walls.
Ooh, that's weird.
Oh, the insulation didn't exist. They just put that foam board over top of
Oh,
16-inch
just
bricks.
to sort of cause
Yeah,
the
and then put drywall over it with over framing over that, and it was, oh my gosh, the ambulance sounds up there. They don't make that wee wee. They make a weird sound. It goes
Yeah.
whoa whoa
That's weird.
whoa, and it makes your body want to stop.
Yeah.
It makes you not want to drive, and so like people panic and they like run into the signs and run into the people in front. It's insane, and we could hear it through our house all day long.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that's weird.
I don't miss that. I don't miss that either.
Yeah, I'm sure it's so quiet there.
No. So funny having lived in these big cities after growing up in a town of 800 people in a county of 36,000 where it was 40 miles in any direction before you hit anything at all.
Yeah, that's weird. And they'll see that's really out there. Like that would not freak me out, but I would have to make some adjustments for that. Yeah.
And see, I grew up with it, so it doesn't seem weird to me. And so like me and my friends, you can throw us out in the woods and we'll survive and not even think of it like, oh, they make TV shows about trying to survive, and some people make it like a couple days, and I'm like, all right, Joe, let's just build a darn shed already. Like, what are you taking so long for?
Yeah.
Like, go forage something. Can't you catch a fish? Set a trap, make a snare. Like I grew up with all of that stuff. So, I'd look at it like, oh, that's everyday stuff. No big deal. And then you bring like somebody that I know from the city that I know and be like, here, come live out in the woods. Like, dude, I ain't going out there. Like, where? Like in the woods. I ain't going there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So bizarre. Now Samoan's saying it rents are $3 to $4K for a decent apartment. That is crazy. That is like crazy. That's so much money.
That's robbery.
Hi. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, but I don't know what people do. Like, how do you come up with $3 grand a month? Like, that's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
Hell, that's like 2 mortgages, 3
It
mortgages.
really is.
Depending
Yeah,
on where you're at, that's 3 mortgages.
it is.
That's
It's a lot of money. Like I don't know how people do it.
That's it. That would be our two of our mortgage at least. Yeah, 2,500. We pay like 1,300 for our mortgage or something.
Yeah. Yep. It's crazy. But anyway, good to see you, Melanie. Thanks for coming in. Well, like I said, I'll just sum it up, and you guys stay here with me. I'm gonna shut down the live stream. But anyway, I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming. You know, keep healthy. Try to eat as fresh as you can. Hey, Drew, do you want to play? Actually, I saw the guitar. I was like,
That's if you would like me to. You know me. I'll play anytime.
it's up to you, and then I won't shut it down. We'll play a little bit. It's up to you.
Sure.
Okay. I'll let you do a song, and then I'll shut it down about 10 minutes. But anyway, I made soup today. I tried to use leftovers. And
how'd the soup turn out anyway?
Oh, it looks great. I'm gonna put it in the bowl, and I'll just show you. It's terrible.
All right. Yeah, that's what I need to see
clear,
a final product.
I don't have a clear bowl. I need to get a clear bowl, so I'm gonna use this. This is not
that works.
But this will work. But it's looking pretty good. And I just used chicken, tomatoes, carrots, cabbage, and then the chicken broth that I made. We actually had chicken instead of turkey. So I'll just show you what it looks like. Let me just get a few pieces of meat in here. It's looking pretty good. But I just realized all my bowls, you can't see them. It's terrible. So I put like rosemary, turmeric, a little turmeric, a little bit of, there we go. I'll make myself big real quick. And then, but yeah, all I'm trying to do is just make sure that you have, healthy nutrients in there. And hopefully, there we go. It looks pretty good. There's a little bit of cilantro. There's carrots. There's cabbage. All kinds of things in there. And it really took no time at all. So whenever you're using leftovers, you can actually throw those bones in, from the chicken. Because we had chicken instead of turkey, but you could do it with turkey. You can put potato in there, rice if you want. You can skip that. And then just any seasoning that you like. So that's kind of what it looks like. And let me get a little closer. It's really hot too. So it's been going for about an hour. I started at a little right at 7. Or no, at 6 actually. It's been going almost 2 hours. And I'm just doing it in a crock pot. And that's it. So it's pretty simple. Yeah. So anyway, give it a try. And I put, like I said, I've been putting like cilantro and just any kind of exotic herbs, that you can get your hand on. So there's that. There it is. So I'm going to take a little taste and let you know how it is. But it should be pretty good. And chicken soup, it's getting cold, well, especially here. I don't know what you guys down south, but it's definitely a lot. It's very chilly here. So I'm just going to have a little piece of cabbage. But there it is. Let me see. It's good. Yep. I put a little garlic in there, a little onion. So it's good. Yeah. But, you just go crazy. You put whatever you want in there. There it is. Good. So, chicken soup. But you can do turkey soup or whatever you want. All right. So, bam. There it is. All right. Delicious. Let's see what Drew's got for us. So I'll make you big or medium.
All right.
All right.
I'll still need a guitar.
Uh-oh. He's coming back. Beat him big.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
Looking good.
Well, might as well play something nice. I had to go and grab my glasses real quick. I'm sitting here. I'm like, yeah, quit pretending you're not blind.
So just
I fight it every day. Like I'm not. I can see. My eyes are fine. I always had great eyes.
Wow.
Nope, they are not. They have ceased to be the same great eyes that they had once were. But for now, The glasses will do.
Okay.
All right. Well, I might as well play something nice and easy because I haven't played today. So.
Okay.
On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There were sand hills and the ring. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz in the sky with no clouds. And the heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. See, I've been through a desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one fault to give you no pain. La 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 la. La 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 la. After 2 days in the desert sun, my skin began to turn red. After 3 days in the desert fun, I was looking at a riverbed. And the story it told of a river that flowed made me sad to think that it was dead. See, I've been through a desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one fault to give you no pain. La 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 la. After 9 days I let the horse run free, 'cause the desert had turned to a sea. And there were plants and birds and rocks and things. There were sand hills and the things. And the ocean is a desert with its life underground, and the perfect skies above. Under the city lies a heart made of ground, but the human will give no love. See, I've been through a desert on a horse with no name. Felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one fault to give you no pain. La 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 la
Okay. Nice job. All right, Drizzle. So yeah, we had soup today, Samoan Watchman. So just using leftovers, and I did a little juicing for detox, trying to get those all that junk we ate yesterday. Good job. And Juanita is spinning. Let me point over there. Yep, I got it right. making some yarn for us.
Hopefully my sound was all right. It's
That was
weird
great.
being on the cell phone. It's interesting. I never know how it's going to turn out when I'm on here.
No,
Like
it
when I have
sounded
the
great.
computer and the microphone, it's always a quite a bit better quality.
No, that was awesome. That was great.
Well, thank you.
But anyway, but thank you guys so much for coming. And yeah, Food Fridays, we'll just keep it going as long as you guys are willing to come in. Soup is not really exciting. I mean, I'm going to be honest, but pot pie maybe, and the chicken and dumplings next time. That's definitely interesting. I could work with
Well,
that.
hey Samoa, when you're ready to make that jump from coast to coast, you come see us.
Yes, yes.
I've been up and down both of them, and I don't know if this is the perfect place, but this is the best weather. This is the
Yes.
best. This is the most temperate weather here.
Yes.
LA, I hate it. It was 72 to 78 and sunny every single day, and you would think that would be great, but it's so
not.
boring. I missed
Aw.
the seasons while I lived out
Yeah.
there, and
Yeah.
here you kind of just skip the worst one.
Right.
Yeah, in North Carolina, where you're at, it's pretty much just spring, summer, and fall.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You rarely get winter. You rarely get winter in Wilmington. Rare.
Occasionally, you get a little sprinkle of snow, a little ice storm or something. Get some cold days, but
Oh, man.
I can handle that. I'll still go for a walk on the beach or go to the skate park on those days. I'm all right with it. It's
I'm
the
jealous.
days.
Yes.
It's those days that I remember. As a plow truck driver of the north and being out until from like 2:30 in the morning until like 2 in the afternoon, just plowing snow and roads and
Yes.
laying salt and clearing everybody's walkways and driveways and just I loved it. It's great work. It's fun, but it's daunting. And it
Yes.
takes a toll on your body as much as you don't want it to. Just like
Oh,
roofing,
wow.
all the years of roofing, carrying stacks of shingles
Yeah,
on my back,
yes.
I've lost an inch. I used to be 5'7" when I met Lai. Now I'm only 5'6". It's like guaranteed.
Oh.
We looked at the same wall, like, oh no, what happened?
Oh,
I'm
no.
shrinking.
Yeah.
Like I'm falling apart through the years, and it's
Yes.
but it's like I said, better to wear out than rust out. I learned that from my friend. He owned a junkyard in Pennsylvania. I watched
Okay.
him. He died 3 times. He died 3 times and was revived. The one
Wow.
time he ended up losing his leg. A month later,
Mm.
we drove up from Pennsylvania because this was maybe 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago that he
Mhm.
passed away. We drove up. I drive down his road to see him to go make sure see how he was doing. I see him laying in the road. I go, oh no, Tony's laying down in the road. He's up
Mhm.
in his wheelchair. Oh no. So I fly down the road and I get down to the pit entrance and I slam on the brakes and I jump out of the truck and I run over. I'm like, Tony, are you all right? Like, yeah. And he takes a big hunk of scrap and he throws it into the back of his 1976 GMC 1-ton truck with all the rest. He's laying there. He's got blood all over his stump. He had just had his leg removed a month
Oh,
before
my
that. He
gosh.
died. And he's sitting there in the driveway, hucking steel into the back of the truck. And I said, "Are you kidding me right now?" I was like, "I just flew down the road." He's like, "Is that why you were going so fast down the road?" He's like, "I was wondering. I didn't even realize it was you." He's like, "I didn't know you were in town." And I was like, "Well, I was scared." I was like, "I saw you off of your wheelchair." He's like, "Well, I can't throw scrap from a wheelchair. I can't get into the pile." Tony,
Seriously?
you're something else. I say, "You're something else, Tony." And he said, "Hey, buddy, I'm a wear out or I'm a rust out. Look at that pile of junk
Okay.
behind me. It never
Okay.
changes."
Wow.
And he would say that to me all the time.
Yeah.
Wear out or rust out. That came from the junkyard man. He said,
Okay.
your
That's
life
pretty
will
awesome.
be better when you recognize you're going either way. Going either way. So go out there and wear out. Go out there and wear out.
Okay. That's cool. Well, I guess the final words. Thanks you guys for sharing She Spins Juanita and Drizzle Steak Drew.
It was super fun to watch, Juanita. I really liked it. Appreciated you filling us in.
And she's really working it. And
it's awesome.
It's awesome. And then big ups to Katrina. Katrina's Crochet Hook and Loops, and I appreciate you sharing with the channel and supporting. It's awesome. Yeah. So, and welcome to the 5 members. I know all of them. That's pretty awesome.
Heck
All
yeah.
right. Yeah. So that's the that's Friday. Food Fridays. This wasn't real exciting, but hopefully next week. Can't always be lasagna. Although some days I would love to have more. We ate that in like 2 days. It was terrible. I was like, oh my gosh. I am like gonna be a pig. I was a pig.
Too much.
I
That's how it
know.
always.
It's
I'm
like
like,
I
I
gotta
love
stop.
it, but it's just so much noodle.
It's
And
so
like I said,
bad for you.
I lie to myself now. I tell myself every time, I hate noodles. I hate noodles, but I
Well, good for
love
you.
them.
But
And
you
so
love them.
what I've learned though is that I really like those vegettis. Do you have a vegetti? Gotta have a vegetti.
I had one, but then I don't have one.
You
We
gotta
need to
have
get
one.
a new one.
I literally, by the time you put spaghetti sauce and garlic and
You
all
really
that
don't
stuff
know.
on top of them, you can't even tell you're not eating regular noodles.
Yes. Yes. Oh, anyway, so Juanita enjoyed your singing and
Well,
playing.
thank you.
Just want to make sure I tell you that before you go. All right. Well, anyway, you guys sit tight, and thank you all in YouTube land for hanging out with us. And yeah, check out Juanita's channel. Check out Drizzle, and everybody else. Like we share, we share. And thank you so much for I hate to say it's so hokey for being a friend.
Hey, we're all stronger together.
There we
Positivity
go.
builds community.
That's right. So that's where we are. Yes. All right. So we'll see you guys next week. God willing, and we're gonna try some more stuff. That's all I do is keep trying. So yeah, thanks for coming, Joy, and take care, everybody. That's gonna be the final word. Take care of yourselves. Eat well. Try to eat well. I know it's hard. So peace. Bye.
There we go. That was nice and centered.
Yes.